good morning. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning and it's such a delight to be on your screen this morning. I am Mujit Dominic and this is the newspaper review on Morning Dew.
Good morning, Nigerians. Good morning, viewers at home. My name is Oladipo. Good morning to you. I'm happy new month.
Yes, truthfully, it's a new month. Happy new month, Engineer.
Same to you.
And we're gradually drawing close to the end of the year, and I trust God that we end well, strong, and healthy.
Amen. Amen.
All right, we'll go on a quick break, and when we come back, we'll take a review on the headlines making news around the globe, and then we'll take our quote for the day. So please stay tuned. We'll be right back. Yes, welcome back from that quick break. So we'll take a look at the quote that we have for the day. And what we have for the day is taken from the book of Proverbs 18:24. And it says, "There are friends who destroy each other, but a real friend sticks closer than a brother." There are friends who destroys each other, but a real friend sticks closer than a brother. I'm sure we all know what that means. You know, the friends who are not helping you grow spiritually and physically. If you have such friends around you, please do away with them, because they will not help you grow physically, mentally, and otherwise. But they are friends who stick closer than a brother, and you would always find them. And Christ is a friend that will not leave us nor forsake us at any point in time. This is a new month, and it's a time to revisit the friends that you have and do away with the ones who are not helping you grow. If you have friends who are not helping you grow, it is time for you to say no to them and move on in life as far as growing spiritually and physically is concerned. So that was the advice that Proverbs had to give us today, taken from the book of Proverbs 18:24. All right, going on, we'll take the newspaper review. So first, we are starting with the Punch newspaper as always. So the first story that we have here says, "River crisis. Tinubu PDP governor stops Fubara's removal. Protesters arrested." Protesters, police clash at Speaker's residence. Fubara's kinsmen seek Rivers CP's removal. President Bola Tinubu and the People's Democratic Party governors on Tuesday intervened to stop the impeachment moves against Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara. The president covered with the embattled governor and his predecessors Also, the ministers of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. The Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed Council also disclosed this shortly after the Nigeria Police Council met for the first time under the Tinubu's administration. Both Wike and Fubara had attended the meeting, which was held at the State House. The Punch also reported that both men were spotted shaking hands. Isn't that good news? And for me, it's actually a good news that the president is able to step in to make sure that everything is being done amicably. And for those who are making things seem like they are God over a lot of persons, that they cannot be talked to, that they cannot be spoken to, it's a very good start that the president has stepped in and to make sure that peace reigns, and to also see that the both men were caught shaking hands together. It's a great start, Engineer.
Well, it's a very good start, and this is what I suggested yesterday. I see the president was listening to me, and I said the leaders of the party have to step in and resolve this, because this is not doesn't have anything to do with the governance or the administration of the state, but it has to do with a fight, a tussle between the present governor and the former governor, his predecessor. That is the problem, and we don't have to continue like this. There are lots of things that are happening now in Nigeria that we have to resolve, but picking up a fight because of one interest or the other will not do the state very well at all. He has really tried in the state. He did a lot of things in the state. Maybe we don't know what has really happened. But yes, but it is good that the leaders of the party are coming together to talk to them so that they can be able to resolve the problem they have. And this will bring enormous progress to the state. Because no, it's not good enough at the beginning of your administration. You are picking fight with your predecessor. Is it because of money or because of what? We do not understand. We don't want to go deep into the matter. But whatever the matter is, it is a good thing, a good step forward that the president is now taking the initiative of calling them together, and then whatever is the conflict, it will be resolved, and they continue with the good administration that we can left behind.
Yeah, it's a good step, and all thanks to our president for making sure that there is peace in that party. Okay, moving forward, we have the next story, which says Lagos secures 1.3 billion naira for a 4th mainland bridge and others. The Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has secured a partnership with the African Export-Import Bank and Access Bank for an investment of 1.352 billion naira in Lagos infrastructure. The governor signed the partnership deal with the two banks on Tuesday at the second Afro-Caribbean Trade and Investment Forum 2023 in Georgetown, Guyana. It was a significant moment in Guyana at the Afro-Caribbean Trade and Investment Forum 2023, as we've secured a partnership with the African Import Bank and Access Bank for a massive investment of 1.352 billion naira in Lagos. This investment will power and give us our long-term infrastructure project, demonstrating confidence from international and local partners in our growing economy. Sanwo-Olu further stated that via this verified X, formerly known as Twitter and handle, on Tuesday, he further noted that the investment will help the state to secure key projects, including the 4th mainland bridge, Omo Greek project, and the second phase of the LRMT Blue Line from Maltu to Okokomaiko. Okay, so this is good news, I must say, that we are coming together to make sure that, and we also have banks who are also supporting this move. So, and we hope that signing this will also bring a great change in our country as far as Lagos is concerned. Engineer Ola.
Well, we thank God that something of such magnitude is happening now. But I still have to say one thing, that whatever the government is doing, especially the governor of Lagos State is doing now, to make sure that we have enough infrastructure in Lagos, to develop the infrastructure in Lagos. I will appeal to him to carry along Nigerian students who are studying in Lagos, in various universities in Lagos, like University of Lagos and Lagos State University, Lagos State Polytechnic, and Yaba College of Tech. Because when you want to, like, this is a very big project that will solve the problem of Lagos State in terms of transportation. Fantastic. But you cannot start this project without engaging Nigerians. So when you engage Nigerians, we are developing our youth. When you say the Nigerian youths of today are the leaders of tomorrow. But when you don't prepare, like what a man said at Ibadan, he said, you don't prepare the youth for the future. You prepare the youth. I mean, you don't prepare the future for the youth. You prepare the youth
them for the future. For the
future. If you involve Nigerian students in the building of this fourth mainland bridge from the start, you don't know what they are going to gain. They cannot gain this in America or in Russia, but they will gain it in Nigeria because they are involved from the designing to the fabrication to the assembly and to the completion of the bridge.
And then they also pass the knowledge to
us. And they also pass the knowledge to fellow Nigerians. This is how to develop the nation. But now, I'm not saying you should not bring in expatriates. Of course, you have to bring them. They have to teach them the know-how, show them the know-how. But they have to be involved. Once they are involved, if you go to India today, you see most of the engineers you see working on the Indian Railway, they are Indians. So I think our governor will do that and make sure that Nigerian students are involved in this project. And furthermore, it's a good thing that Nigeria is taking the loan. Of course, we don't understand the agreement for the loan, but I believe that with the administration of our able governor, they will follow the project to the letter, and they will not disappoint Nigerians. It's going to, let me say, economically lift, the process of Lagos State government, because when Nigerian Railway Corporation is moving and it's very effective, do you know how many Nigerians will be, transporting every day? And it's running to millions of Nigerians moving going to their various offices and coming back to their home every day.
Yes,
it's going to be a very good thing. Mm-hmm. And when the fourth mainland bridge is opened, that will give another access from Lagos Island, from the island to Ikorodu. That is, instead of coming through the mainland to get to Ikorodu, it will shorten the journey, and you have just to cross over the sea and get to Ikorodu. But one thing again I want to emphasize is that when you are constructing this fourth mainland bridge, there are things you have to take into consideration. All the ministries must be involved. For example, when you are talking about blue marine or whatever you are saying, you are talking about sea transportation. You should have in mind that maybe perhaps they want to construct another seaport, around the Ikorodu assets. You should take this into consideration when you are constructing the fourth mainland bridge. Because I could remember that when the fourth mainland bridge was completed, there are no access for big ships to carry that are coming from abroad to bat at Ikorodu terminal because of the fourth mainland bridge. So you have to take this into consideration. When you call other departments, this is what we want to do. What is your own opinion on this? They will say, oh, this is what we have in mind to do. If you do this way, it will affect us. Why don't you do it this way? So when they sit down together and they have an agreement of what they want to do, it will not hinder the project you are doing. It will not become a white elephant project. Not that after when you want to build a bridge, you are not talking with telecommunications department, that is Ministry of Communication. They now say, oh, we want to lay our cable. Now we have to break part of the bridge to lay our cable. All this must be considered before you start the project. Yes, so that there will be no need for us. Sometimes you see communication staff coming to the main road and they break the road. They want to lay cable. they break the roadside, they want to locate. So all these must be considered before they go into the project.
All right, thank you so much, Engineer Ola, for shedding more light on that. Okay, quickly we'll take a look at the third story that we have still from the Punch newspaper, and this says fire guards Ladipo Blank Market. A popular market in Lagos State, Ladipo Blank Market, was engulfed in a midnight inferno, resulting in the destructions of goods and property. This, the Permanent Secretary, Lagos State Emergency Management Authority, Dr. Femi Oke Osonyitolu, however, confirmed that no lives were lost in the incident. Oke also said that the agency responded to distress call and arrived at the above scene of the incident to discover that the blank market was being gutted by fire. Unfortunately, there is no loss. However, goods and properties yet to be commemorated have been destroyed due to the inferno.
Particularly about Africa. Let's compare this scenario to a scenario in Ghana. In Ghana, that is in Accra, every market in Ghana has a fire service department.
On standby.
On standby.
Being a major market.
Like Ladipo is supposed to have a fire service department standing by with about 2 or 3 vehicles. You know, that will be there. So they are preparing for the unforeseen. That if perchance there's a fire outbreak at the market,
there will be quick response to it.
There will be quick response to it. You know, before, instead of wasting time. Well, thank God, so far no life is lost. But what about growth? And then the arrangement of the market. I think this is where the government has to put their nose and see how the management of the market is being done. It has to be organized and arranged, because when you go to so many markets, okay, for example, the governor will say every Thursday environmental day. That means that the market people don't care about the environment until they are forced that you have to follow up environmental policy on every Thursday. Yes. But if that is included in the market formational policy, that okay, this market we must have people around. Their duty or their job is to make sure that the market is clean and neat to prevent accidents. Because this thing that is occurring now is an accident that is happening in the market. But this could be prevented if you have people in charge of the environment of the market. We have what do you call these people? These care people. So I don't think they are doing enough. Are they still functioning? Yes. I don't know, but
because I know that there was a time when they just came in, you could literally see them everywhere. But now they
chase traders, hawking goods on the roadside. Yes. So if they are really going to the market, they should be able to advise and oversee what is going on inside the market. That's what I say. One thing about government policies in Nigeria, there is no monitoring. If there is a monitoring department, then okay, this government has formulated the policy, and we want to know if this policy is being followed or not. That must be monitoring department, and the monitoring department must be doing their job effectively. Because now lots of goods are lost because of maybe one person's carelessness. This is what could have been prevented if you have adequate monitoring. So to prevent such cases occurring in the market, then you must have monitoring department in the market that oversee the affairs and coordinate all the government policies in the market. So thank God no life is lost, but for those of them who have lost their money and lost their goods, we sympathize with them, and we just pray that
and then because I really feel bad because some who have invested a lot of loans in the business and now have to lose properties like that can be very sad and devastating. So I really hope that the government will step in and help where they can. Okay, moving forward, we'll have to go on a quick break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at what Vanguard has to say to us today. So stay tuned, we'll be right back shortly. Yes, welcome back from that quick break. You're still watching the Cactv, and this is newspaper review on Morning Dew. Okay, so moving forward, we'll have to take a look at what Vanguard has to say to us today. Okay, so on Vanguard, we have that the first story says we want to return but can't. Recalled envoys. Although the deadline for recalled ambassadors to return to Nigeria ended yesterday, a host of them are still stranded abroad and can't return because of funds. I have packed my boxes. I planned ahead, but I can't return because nothing, which is money, has been sent by the Foreign Affairs Ministry. An ambassador told Vanguard, insisting that their authorities to incur expenditures AIEs on their passengers has not been contrary to the claim of the ministry. On September 2nd, President Bola Tinubu recalled all Nigerians ambassadors, both career and non-career. They were asked to return on or before October 31st. Nigeria has no fewer than 300 foreign missions. Last week, many ambassadors said their AIEs had not been sent to facilitate their return, with impeccable sources saying that their recall date had been extended to December 31st. Okay, so this is also one issue that they are currently facing, and they can't return. But thank God that the date has been extended. Okay, Engineer Ola.
Well, that is, we have to put this load on the shoulder of the Ministry of Internal Affairs. If you recall the ambassadors to come back to the country, you must make sure they have their remunerations and fund to return back to the Nigeria before you do that. So this is the fault of Ministry of Internal Affairs, and then when you approach them, they will have one or two things to say that, oh, maybe the funding is not coming from the government. So this is what we've been saying, that before you take a decision as magnitude as this, you have to, make sure you plan, and your planning must be very, very well and accurate. Where there is no planning and you embark on a project, surely there is no gainsay, the project will fail. So I pity these people. You have asked them to return back to the country, and you are not giving them the funding. I know the government is aware of the situation now, and again somebody is saying out that they have extended the date of coming back to the country to 31st of December. So let us believe it is so, and know that the government will not act very well before December 31st. Act swiftly, so that this can return back to the country.
All right, so going further, we'll take a look at the second story that we have from Vanguard News, and this says bandits kills 1, adopts 25 in southern Kaduna. Kaduna bandits have killed a farmer, injured 2, and adopted 25 others at Ogwan Baka, Agunu Ward, in Kashia local government area of Kaduna State. Although the Kaduna State Police Command was yet to react to the incident, journalists were told that the bandits invaded the community with guns and machetes in early hours of yesterday while the locals were sleeping. A survivor who craved anonymity said about 25 people were kidnapped in Ugwan, Baka of Ugunu Ward in the early hours of Tuesday. 2 people were injured and 1 person was killed. We rushed those that were injured to the hospital. We wish them quick recovery, and those that were kidnapped, we pray for their safe return. Please pray for us. This is the 3rd attack on our community, he said. And it's still within this year that we've had cases of attacks still in this Kaduna, and it's so sad. And I'm asking again, what is the government or the security department of that community, what are they doing? This is becoming like a norm. It's becoming the order of the day. People can no longer walk freely without having to look behind them, and I'm sure that a lot of them, if they had people elsewhere in other country or in other states, they would have all run back there. But how would you go and cope with families in this trying times that every family is literally struggling to survive and make ends meet? Engineer.
You see, in a country where there's unrest, there will be hunger. When there's insecurity, there will be unrest, and when there's unrest, there will be hunger. Because like I always say, our farmland is the food basket of the country, and where people cannot go to the farm, there will be nothing to eat. There will be no money. There will be no cash crops. There will be no essentials of life, and it is the duty of the government to provide security for the people of the state, of the nation. When there is no security, there is nothing the government can do. And we have said it here that in the local government, that is local administrative areas, must have security. Local police, state police. When you have local security, government to be able to fund them, give them equipment to defend their local government areas. It's high time we look into that, because it's part of the major disaster that is affecting this country. One of the biggest disasters is that people cannot go to farm. They cannot go about their normal duties. If I'm a farmer, which means I depend on what the farm, my farm will produce for me to be able to get money to send my children to school. But if I cannot do that, I won't be able to get money. So it boils down back to the matter of insecurity in this country. And I think the federal government will do something about insecurity in the country, because this thing is becoming alarming. The rate is becoming so high. Every day Nigerians are losing people are dying,
losing families,
and kidnappers are kidnapping. And when they kidnap, they want to take ransom from you, and you are not working, you are unable to go to farm, they want ransom from you. When they are frustrated, they killed their victim. So this is becoming a circle, and I think the federal government will wake up timely and do something on that.
And I also look forward to a point where the labor will also pay attention to this part of insecurity, and because see, there is no safety anywhere if the security part of it is not being dealt with. All of this having increments in salary, how would you enjoy salary when you don't have rest of mind, where there is no peace?
There's no way.
Okay, so it's not working, and I think the labor also needs to pay attention to this part of it. Okay, moving further to the last story that we have from Vanguard. This says FG UNIDO partner to mop up unemployment, promote industrialization. In a bid to address the increasing unemployment rate and boost industrialization in Nigeria, the federal government has partnered with the United Nations Industrial Development Organization. The Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Adeboyega Oyetola, disclosed that the move will help in creating more jobs, particularly in the marine and blue economy sector, for the realization of the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu. Okay, so and also Oyetola also made this disclosure in a statement on Wednesday, signed by the ministry director, press and public relations, Olujimi Oyetomi, in Abuja. Oyetola said that UNIDO is playing a vital role in promoting sustainable economy development in other regions. The minister commended the outcome of UNIDO's continued collaboration with other countries, revealing that he had personal experience of such successful cooperation whilst he was chief of the administration of, and later the governor in Osun State of Nigeria. Okay, so that's where we'll stop for the Vanguard newspaper today. Okay, so not much to say about this, Engineer.
It's a good step. It's just a matter of time to understand the government, and the government will be sincere on what they are saying on the marine and blue economy. So it's a matter of time. We want to see the collaboration, and we believe that the agreement signed, will favor Nigerians. Not that the agreement signed will not favor Nigeria. Time will tell. The blue marine economy is a new department in Nigeria now, and then we just wait and see what will come out from that agreement that have been signed by a part of the United Nations. So wait for that and see.
Alright, so quickly let's dive right into the Sun newspaper and see what the Sun also has to say. Okay, so quickly, the first story that we have from the Sun says that troops kill wanted bandits, kingpin in Kebbi. The Nigerian army stationed in Malekachi, operating in Sangego Forest in Dako Wazago local government area of Kebbi State, was neutralized has neutralized a suspected notorious bandit commander named Mansara. Okay, 2 other suspected bandits believed to be among the gang of the bandits kingpin, also carrying out the obnoxious attack and kidnappings on communities in the area, were also successfully neutralized by the army. The Director Security Cabinet Office. So he averred. That's the story that we have. And should I say good news to this?
Well, it's a good news because
the fact that they've been able to.
We're now seeing the progress Nigerian army, is making now on kidnapping, and we wish more grace to their elbow. They should do more.
Yes, exactly. More is expected.
Yes.
Okay, so last but not the least, the last story that we have from the Sun newspaper. This says National Assembly okays 2.17 trillion naira supplementary budget for second reading. National Assembly has okayed the 2.17 trillion supplementary appropriations bill submitted to it by President Bola Tinubu for second reading. The bill scaled second reading in both the Senate and House of Representatives after debate on the general principle by lawmakers at plenary. This is coming as President Bola Tinubu yesterday earlier transmitted the 2023 to 2025 medium terms expenditure framework to the House for approval. The request was conveyed in a letter read by the Speaker Tajuddin Abbas at the commencement of yesterday's plenary. The Federal Executive Council on Monday approved 2.17 trillion naira as the second supplementary budget for 2023. I'll breathe in because how you take.
The year has not ended. It's another second supplementary appropriation bill
that has been signed.
Well, it's too early to say anything negative, but we have to wait and see what will be the outcome, because the National Assembly, we put so much hope on them that if the administrative job of this nation has been handled very well, it's from the National Assembly. If it is otherwise, it's from the National Assembly.
From them.
Because it should not be a matter of, this morning has been approved, and later on there's going to be another motion that the National Assembly will share this money for this holiday gift or whatsoever.
Send their prayers to their mail.
Send their prayers to their mail. So we just hope and believe, because Nigerians rely so much on them, that this new set of National Assembly members will do better than the previous. So that is our prayer, and we are waiting for that, because Nigeria is not laughing now. Nigeria is not smiling. Everything is like a jaga. So we just pray that with this supplementary bill that has been signed, this supplementary budget, hopefully they will do something tangible.
It will be used wisely.
Something tangible, and
that will also benefit the masses.
That will be beneficial to the masses.
Because that's what we
are praying.
That's the main point.
Our prayer will be answered.
Exactly. That's the main focus. That whatever it is they want to do would be beneficiary to the masses, because everything shouldn't be about them but about the people, and that is why they were elected on that seat. Okay, so this is what we call it a day on today's newspaper review on Morning Dew. I am your host Modu Dominic, and it's always a delight to do this with you. It's a new month to be grateful, to be joyful. Make sure that in all that you do good, do right by God and do right by yourself, and make sure that you select the friends that you have. Remember our quote for the day: make sure you have the right friends around you. Do not have friends that will lead you astray, draw you away from your goal and from your vision, because that's what is important. I remain your host, Mojo Dominic.
Bye for now. My name is Ola Oladipo.
And together we say, be Nigeria,
Bye Nigeria.
Have a blessed day and happy new month.